Okay, guys, yesterday we talked exhaustively on the factors influencing the buying power or the buying power, not power, the buying pattern of customers. Right. The best way to understand this stuff is for you, is just you position yourself as a customer. One beauty thing I like in this stuff, what we are doing here, is not something abstract. It's what me and you will do every day, right? We do buy things, we go out to buy stuff, right? The way we make our decision, what influences our decision? Is it something difficult? This is what we do every day. You understand what I mean? Perhaps even yesterday you have gone out to buy something. What influences your decision? You know, we talk about product, of course, must be of good quality. If you one that is quality oriented or quality focused, right? Unless you don't have money, you say anyone can serve. When you don't have money, you say anything can serve, right? You go to the restaurant, somebody asks you, what do you want? You say anything. Don't say anything because you got no money. Do you understand what I mean? If you got money in your pocket, you got confidence, right? You can't say anything. Because if you don't have money, for you to make a choice becomes difficult. You see? But when you got money, say this one is not for me. I want this. Right? Okay. So quality, of course, is very important as a determining factor, right? To affect, to influence one's buying pattern. Price, yeah, price. We talk about price. You see, as I explained to you yesterday, people that got money, they don't look at the prices. You that don't have money, you will see something that you've loved so much. First of all, you just go there and check the price. There are several instances like this when I go out with my family. They check the price. They don't check the price. I've told my wife, they don't check it. Don't worry. If you like it, tell me you like it and see. Right? Sometimes you must have to behave as if you got money. Right? You see what I mean? That is why when you are going out with your family, when you say let's go out, you must make sure that you are prepared. Yeah. You say, look at it. If you like it, just tell me you like it. Then I pay for it. You know. Right. Then promotions, you need to promote as well, right? Promote it in such a way that you create that awareness. Right. That awareness is very important. You know. You can as well promote to get rid of obsolete or nearly obsolete products. You know what I mean by obsolete? Obsolete. You know it, yeah? I see you. Obsolete. Hello, you know what is obsolete? Who is this? Hello, focus. Obsolete means something that is old. Old. Right. Like I explained to you yesterday, when you go to some of this retail outlet, you see they put table, all those bread, all those items that are getting old or that will going to expire very soon. They discount the price. They put a label stuff, red stuff, all those kind of stuff. Then when you look at it, because you don't have money, then you go and buy. But I used to buy those things those days as well. You see the price like yesterday. Oh man, let me give you a good example. Yesterday I went to Food Lovers. Who knows Food Lovers? Then, yeah, Food Lovers. Then they got all this, what do you call it? This panini, panini. Yeah, those bread, I love it. I got one here now, right? Panini and garlic bread, right? Then I look at it because these days it's very expensive. Right. Then I asked the lady, so when are you going to discount this thing? Because I know when it is 6 o'clock, then they reduce the price. Yeah, they call it reduce. right? It's a kind of promotion, man, to get rid of the stuff because they don't want to keep those things till the following day because they cannot sell it. Then I asked the lady, I said, man, what is happening here? When are you going to? When I check the price, it's getting expensive. I said, then the lady told me they're gonna discount it 6 o'clock. Then I check my phone. Okay, it's about 20 minutes to. I said, no, I'm not going out. Then I took my trolley. I was going around. When I checked the time, it's 6 o'clock. Then I went back. I said, have you discounted it? He said, yes, they brought down the price, half price. Then I took some home yesterday. You see, what influenced my decision is because of the promotion. I took 2 pack yesterday, went home, garlic bread, you know, and panini. You see? So those are the things we are talking about. I know some of you now, you are suffering now, creating kind of appetite. You are hungry now. Right. Okay. Place. We are talking in terms of convenience. Convenience. Right? Your business should be situated in a convenient place that is convenient for your customers. Right? So those are the things we are talking about. Then those things can influence, right, your decision making. For example, there's a pick and pay in table view. They close 11 o'clock in the night. You see, some people, they come late from work. So they find it convenient at, that period of the night to go and buy their stuff. And that is a kind of a leverage for that shop, and they are making money. And I discovered that some of the time their prices are very expensive. There is another shopping pick and pay in table view. Weekend, their prices are very expensive. They change the prices, because they know that all other shops will close because they are still open. Based on convenience, people are gonna come there, and they are taking leverage of that to escalate the price. All those kind of stuff. Right. So we need to be able to use these strategies. Then this are a lot of stuff we need to learn here. Why is this? Okay, we talk about the benefit. Did I explain the futures yesterday? Yeah, I think I did. It's in that video, right? You watch it. It's in the video. Now the marketing checklist. These are the things that you need to consider when you are drawing up your marketing plan. Right. For example, you must make sure that these things are incorporated in your marketing plan. You could ask a question like this. Does focus on the benefit you provide, right? Then have a clear message. You know what is a marketing plan, right? So you need to find out if your marketing strategies incorporate all these aspects. Focus on specific product, feature okay. This is something. This is a kind of a checklist. Let me not bother myself. There is something I want to explain. Okay. Look at this. Values. I think we talked about values yesterday. Yeah. When we talked about Ubuntu. Yeah, we talked about it yesterday. Okay. Factors that motivate or prevent people from buying a product. I don't know whether I touched a little bit on this yesterday. Eh? Yeah. But we haven't finished it. Okay. Guys, I remember I gave example of culture, allow. Was it in this class? Okay. Then technological forces is one of the things that influences as well. Because when you look at the world is becoming much more dynamic than it used to be those days. Most especially when we talk in terms of technological advancement. Right. So because new stuff are coming up every day. It influences your, it helps, yeah, it motivates you to buy, a, for example, technological product that can enhance your operations. For example, those days, you know, when you buy an equipment, it takes you or it takes longer time for a new one to come out. But these days is very easy, right? Like I had a meeting with some other guys the other day. I was telling them that you need to be very careful because anything of technology can quickly go obsolete. You buy something today before you know, if you don't use that thing, another type will come out. Once another one come out, the one you got before is obsolete. You can't use it again. Look at cell phone, right? You got a cell phone. You can't use a cell phone these days more than 6 years. They will keep on telling you to upgrade the software. And it will get to a point whereby you can no longer upgrade it. They will tell you it's not, there's another one that is out. So what are you gonna do to the old one? You have to throw it away and buy a new one. Which is it's funny. I was once a victim of that, right? I bought a Samsung phone and I always like to take care of myself with my staff. The phone was still in order. It got to a point they say upgrade the software. After some time, I could no longer upgrade it. But I said my phone is still very new. You see, they said it's no longer available. I must buy another phone. You imagine that, right? So due to technological forces, it can motivate you to buy something. It can as well demotivate you, prevent you. If you know that if you buy something now, after a few years, that you need to buy another one, it can demotivate you in spending your money. Because you spend the money now after a few time or after a few period, then you need to buy another one. If you know that you cannot be able to buy another one, then you say, no, I better leave it. You see what I mean? Those type of stuff. Then natural environment, right? Natural environment, we are talking about nature, right? We must make sure that we take care of the natural environment, right? We preserve the natural environment, right? There are some companies, there are some people, they don't like to buy products from companies or organizations that they know are destroying the natural environment. For example, you know the Greenpeace. Greenpeace is an international organization. They campaign for the preservation of the natural environment. So if they know that your business is destroying the environment, they wouldn't like to buy your product. So that is what we are talking about in terms of uh, the natural environment. Where's your book? Let's try to get more details from the book because this one is a summary. Yeah. Are you there? Okay. Okay. Now, natural environment. Who can read? Who can read? Can you read, please? Those days I've got a teacher. Then he asked the students, say, can you read? The students, oh, you can read. It was funny. Yeah, you read 1.5.3, page 48. I want us to run today, to run a race. Natural environment. Yeah, read. I wish I've got another mic to give to you. Right. Maybe I should consider that. Yeah, it's on. Thanks, man. I must consider buying another one so that if I ask you to read and I give you one. Right. Yeah. Okay, stop. You got a very eloquent and articulated voice, right? Very clear. Right. You see, the environment is under pressure because of factors such as overpopulation. You know what we mean by overpopulation? You know the population of the world now is about 8 point something billion. Imagine that. Billions. South Africa is 60 something million. Compare 60 something million to 8.1 billion population. Those days, I used to hear the population of the world was around 4, 5 billion, 6 billion. That is 8 billion. Huh? 40 billion. You know what is it? You want to be like this former minister of education. They asked how many people wrote matric. He said it was about 20 million. He said, how can 30 million write a matric? Billion, I'm talking about billion. The world population is 8 point something billion. No, eight. Yeah, eight. But I like the guy. Yeah, maybe it's million. Yeah, yeah. 8 billion. You see, look at guys, look at it. Look at Cape Town, right? You know, Cape Town wasn't overpopulated like this. When I came to Cape Town 26 years ago, right? It was not, there was not much people. You see, and this is why we're having problem of electricity now, load shedding. Because one, the infrastructure is aging. Secondly, many people are feeding from the system, right? So it's a kind of a big load on the system because of the population. You see, so when you have a lot of people in a place, look at Danu. You know Danu. 2005, I was in Danu on Saturday. No transport to take me away from Danu. No transport then. You know that taxi rank? There was no bus there, no taxi. It was full of grasses. Danu, 2005. On Saturday, when you go to Danu, you wouldn't have transport to take unless you are driving. You are using your own car. Did you see? You see, Vincent, 2010, it was like a graveyard. What I mean by graveyard, I'm not saying that they were burying people there, because, like, graveyard, you can only see ghosts there. We used to go there to do marketing, to recruit students. When you go weekdays, right, during working hour, you will only be seeing chicken, goat moving around. You won't see anybody. Last time I passed through that place, I couldn't believe. Even Danu, last time I went to Danu, I couldn't believe myself. Did you see? Overcrowded, you know. So that kind of things were exerting too much pressure on the natural environment. Most of those places got no toilet. People are helping themselves outside, defecating the soil. Although that thing can create a manure as well, right? It got its own advantage. It can create a manure here. All those kind of stuff. But you know what I'm talking about, right? Pollution is the same, right? Pollution, polluting the air. Because when you have more people crowded in a city, right? Using maybe perhaps they're not using public transport, using cars, they are polluting the air, right? Those kind of stuff. Wrong farming method can as well. For example, using the wrong insecticide or pesticide. Pesticide, the chemicals that you use to kill pests and diseases in plants in farming. That thing it can get into this soil through leaching. We call it leaching, and get mixed up with that can destroy the natural environment. It can leach and get inside the soil, then from there go to the stream, the waterways, and pollute the water. All those kind of stuff, right? Then poaching, poaching. Yeah, people poach. And yeah, they poach a lot. You see, they poach this kind of fish they call abalone. You know, abalone. Yeah. You see, rhino horns. They say when the rhino horns, when you take it to Asia, they are using it to make medicine to cure certain kind of chronic diseases. I don't know about it, whether it's true. Yeah, yeah. If you poach, you are caught. There are a lot of Chinese in detention here, you know. I've got a lawyer, a Chinese lawyer. That is the business she is doing. Always going there to defend the poachers, Chinese poachers. And that lady is a big lady, stay in Century City. I don't know how she's making her money. You know, those kind of stuff. Right. Then general carelessness regarding the environment. Ourselves, we need to be very careful the way we utilize the environment. You go to mines areas, right, where they're mining. You see, you got holes. I don't know what they call those holes. Abandoned, not closed. That area is destroyed. You can't go there. All those they are pit. Is it pit they call it? Somebody was telling me the other day from Kimberley. They got a lot of stuff in their area there. You know, destroying the natural environment, which is not supposed to be so. Right? That is what we are talking about. There are certain people when they know that you are associated with that kind of destruction, they wouldn't like to purchase your product. Like I said, the Greenpeace, they got different NGOs, right? Like what they call this animal stuff. I forgot what they call it. Right? Those ones that always like to protect animals, you know. So once they discover that you are working against their beliefs, then they will not like to patronize you. All those kind of stuff, right? So he said the picture reminds us that businesses must not harm the environment, right? Life must be like this. Live and let live. I repeat, live and let live. Don't destroy the environment for future generations. Because they're causing, when you are destroying the environment, you're causing big problem for the future generation, which is not good. Do you understand what I mean? If you pollute the environment with chemicals, you are destroying the life of future generation, which is not supposed to be so, right? When God created humankind, you know, the nature, it was perfect. We work to destroy the nature, which was not supposed to be so. And that is why you see we got problems in life, a lot of problems, you know. Then with customers are becoming increasingly aware of the importance of the environment, right? I want products that are environmentally friendly, right? Not yeah. An example is the preference that many people have for natural produce or organic food product. The opposite of this are genetically modified food. You know, genetically modified food. Those are not organic food. They put chemicals together and mix it and they come up with something you give people to eat. That is why you see these days now the way people grow, you know, grow so big like this. It wasn't like that those days. No, telling you something. I'm sorry if I'm offending anybody. It's the food we are eating. On a more serious note, it's the food we are eating. Genetically modified. Those are not good food. Yeah, but let me tell you something. You know those days, right? We Africans, I'm not trying to be racist or rather whatever. I'm saying the fact, reality, right? Those days we used to plant it from the soil, right? And when they look at us, those the so-called Europeans and they call themselves civilized world, they feel that what we were eating was not good, right? They regard what we were eating as things for poor people. Do you understand what I mean? And we were eating those things, we were very healthy. You can see somebody, there was no sickness like this. Where somebody say have high blood, you have diabetes, you have no, there was nothing like that. We were eating from the soil, and the soil was okay. You see, even in some instances those days, we were not even applying fertilizer. Where I'm coming from, we were not applying fertilizer. The soil itself was good, right? Now they introduce fertilizer to destroy the crops. Now you having genetically modified food. When you eat those things, then it works the way it works in your body, introducing diseases. You must immunize yourself. You must take injection. All those kind of stuff. Right now, they discover that these Africans, they were. If you check the system based on what we are eating, we are very healthy. Now, they discovered that yeah, what these people are eating is nice food, right? In UK, I read this somewhere. In UK, they are importing African food to be selling. They are very expensive because they discovered that those are the food that they're supposed to be eating, healthy food. They now coming back to our food. Now they branded it. They now call it organic, right? These are the food we'll be eating for long, and you now cannot afford because the competition is very stiff. I can give you a good example. Those days I used to go to. There's something I was buying from Food Lovers. This what they call it. Forgot the name. If I can remember. Pumpkin seed. You know pumpkin. Pumpkin. The seed. Yeah. I used to go those days to buy pumpkin seed. It was very cheap. They didn't know about it because I read it somewhere that pumpkin seed contains zinc. No zinc. Yeah, it's very good. I was buying it at a very cheap price. They used to ask me, are you eating this stuff? I said, yes, I'm eating. All of a sudden, they don't know about it. It's very expensive. I bought small one like this yesterday, 58 rand. They classify it now as organic food. So those are the stuff. Yeah. So guys, what is the time now? 5 to. Okay. What we are going to do is this: we talk about the natural environment. Then we're gonna talk about the survey, right? Survey opinion for the product of a new business. How you need to go about doing your surveys, right? Which will make us to know about the questionnaire. You know questionnaire. Questionnaire, right? Questionnaire is a tool that you can use to uh, do a survey, right? Obtain design a questionnaires, you distribute it to people, participants, then you obtain responses from them, then you analyze it. Then we need to know about yeah, define questionnaire. Explain the different component of a questionnaire, right? The different sections of a questionnaires. Then we need to know how to compile a questionnaire. Then identify at least 3 people to be surveyed for marketing information, interviews, and all those kind of stuff. Then we need to know about the reason for doing the research, right? Yeah, I think let's stop here. Tomorrow, yeah, thereabout. Then we're gonna continue from there. 2.1, right? Take note. 2.1, page 48. Yeah, yeah. I want us to finish this thing this week. I want us to finish the module this week. Yeah, this week. Yeah, yeah. We need to move fast. We really need to move fast now. Guys, don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to subscribe. Right. Remember to subscribe. Right. Right. Okay.